Hey guys, happy Thanksgiving. It's just a little bit after Thanksgiving and I am in the post-holiday funk. Let me tell you what. Truthfully, I've actually been kind of slipping into this funk since the beginning of October, if I'm totally honest with you, which I always am. I took a 3-week trip to Bali, and since I got back, which is, if you work with me, you know it's been a while, I just kind of noticed not really feeling quite as tuned in to my normal routines and patterns, and I put a couple of pounds on and I didn't really care. And it just sort of all came to a head this week where I was like, you know what, honestly, I've been doing a lot of work on body love this year and not attaching that to weight. And so I actually feel great about myself, which is awesome. But I also am at this point where I'm like, I still value health and fitness and exercise and looking good and feeling good. So I don't want to let that part of me go. But what really hit it for me was how just foggy headed I felt this morning. And I couldn't think, and I was like, gonna get a second cup of coffee. And that really hit me, Vanessa, you got to pull your shit together here. So I wanted to share with you that I've put on probably 5 pounds in the last couple of weeks, since October. I'm totally off my workout game. Haven't been paying all that much attention to eating really clean. Quite honestly, I just haven't cared lately. I didn't feel like caring. Got a lot of other stuff going on, and this was just the one thing that I was just like, I don't want to think about it. But I'm also so grateful, actually, for this opportunity because it kind of kicked me back to the start for a minute, that same feeling of how do I get moving when there's no momentum? I feel bad about myself, but I don't want to do anything to change it. And so I wanted to reach out to let you know that this happens. I mean, I haven't fallen off like this for a while, but it happens and it's okay. So the first thing I want you to understand, and I want to understand myself, of course, is it's okay. This happens. And it's not going to be the last time, and it isn't the first time, and it's not the end of the world. So see it for what it is. It's time to get it together. Not worse than it actually is. Just start moving. So one thing that I want to commit to myself and share with you, when I get into a place like this, what I'm not going to do is go to extremes. That's the temptation, right? Because you're like, oh, I feel so bad and I want to feel so good, but I'm not going to go to extremes. Instead, what I am going to do is take the little steps that I walk my clients through. I'm just going to focus on getting tons of greens and veggies in this week, a little bit of focus on protein, then fats, and then work my way back into starches. I worked out for 10 minutes in my living room today, which is probably all I'm going to do. I may do a little bit of yoga later. And I'm going to schedule these little workouts in the whole way through the week so I can start to build momentum back up. I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to restrict myself. If I want a cookie later, if I want Thanksgiving leftovers, I'm going to have them. But I'm not going to allow myself to stay in this funk by taking those little tiny actions. I know my body's going to bounce back. My energy's going to come back up. And I'm going to move my body to shake up some of this stale energy. So I just want to share this one last little thing with you about exercise before I wrap this video up. And that is, my arm's getting tired. And that is that like I mentioned, I've got a lot of other stuff going on in my life, both personal, professional, that's kind of stretching me and stressing me out and making me feel a little bit maxed out right now. And a lot of those things are things that only get solved and resolved through time. But what does change the energy of all of those emotions and problems is exercise. Exercise is the one thing that can move negative energy out of your body without actually resolving the issue. So for me, that's what motivates me to work out when I really don't feel like it. With all this other stuff going on, I don't want to think about it, but I know that if I just push and move some of that energy out of my body, I'm going to be able to focus a whole lot more. In fact, had I not worked out, I probably wouldn't have been able to film this video. So this is a little shout out to you guys to let you know that I love you, I'm here for you, and I'm here with you going through the same stuff, working on it, getting better and better day by day, and that when you feel like you're in a funk, just take a couple little baby steps. If you're feeling like I'm feeling and you want a little extra love and a little support, please reach out to me. I'm always here to support you. Mwah.